Bill Belichick. He stopped talking about Deflate Gate. So he's done talking about it. He brought some scientific terms to it to see why the balls were deflated in the game. And, they've had some scientists come along. We have Bill Nye, the science guy, say that it doesn't make any sense to him. Other professors, such as I think there was one in Boston College that says what Bill Belichick said made sense. And I can kind of agree with what he was saying, mostly because sometimes when I go out and play football or something, I'll leave the ball out there for a good 10, 20 minutes, something like that, and I could feel it though. So I could feel the difference. Maybe the NFL balls are a lot different. I think I use the NCAA one. That's all I have. But I could kind of agree with him. A lot of people still don't agree. People think they still cheated, But I mean, it's the PSI that's important, and the league has to do more investigating and see if what he's saying is telling the truth. And so what the NFL needs to do is get rid of these like gateway crimes, such as getting rid of the small things. If you stop the smaller things, then the big things are less likely to occur or won't occur. For example, I read a essay called "The Tipping Point" by Malcolm Gladwell, and I had to read this essay. And one of the issues was in New York back in I think the 1990. Yes, it was during the 1990s, and there was violent crimes, mostly a lot more in New York than most, and it was skyrocketing. And so they brought in this new commissioner, new police chief, deputy, and he, instead of doing like, oh, there should be more cops on the street, more, there should be lots more surveillance cameras, that, they should have a lot more people working. But what he ended up doing was stopping things at the subway. A lot of people would just jump over the monitors and, get in the subway. It's just like, I think they said it was like a quarter or something, some small amount of money. But by putting a lot of police officers there, they ended up catching a ton of criminals there. A lot of people were found with firearms, drugs, things like that. Some people were even found with illegal animals, things like that. So kind of crazy things. And after he did this, it just went straight down. Declined really good. Exponentially, it declined. And that's what the NFL is trying to do. If they don't do harsh punishments on small things, then that means that they're just open to different ways. Like, I don't know, for example, they could bring back Spygate, which will probably never ever happen again. It is unlikely. And the thing is, why is because now Josh Gordon just got banished for a year from the NFL. And a lot of people I've seen, I've always said it's just weed or it's just a little alcohol, because he got suspended for alcohol this time, and people said, how come you just drank alcohol? That shouldn't be a problem. I mean, Johnny Manziel goes out and drink alcohol, it shouldn't be fine. But it's because he's been suspended so many times and had so many warnings that they stopped doing just drug tests. They had to do it. They were doing alcohol and drug tests. So it's just a bad deal for Cleveland right now, especially because even though the NFL is cracking down on these like smaller crimes, I mean, people still do them, and they don't have a hefty fine just because they're not, unless they're being caught with like major drugs like heroin, cocaine, meth. But it's just weed is one of the lower ones, I'm guessing. And Josh Gordon just can't get a break. I mean, he's going to be suspended or banished for 1 year, and so he's going to be off Cleveland. He's just going to be gone from the NFL for a year. Will he come back? Will he do something? I don't know. He could be a bankrupt player. When he comes back, who knows? And maybe he'll come back better, because there has to be a reason why he keeps doing it. Maybe it's masking something. maybe because you know, there's some pain or something, but I mean, I'm not going to get all into that, but that's just kind of a prediction. Maybe that's why he's always acting out or doing something like that. And now Cleveland also has the Johnny Manziel problem. A lot of players are saying that he's just a complete joke. He's just a jokester. He's always late to meetings. I actually read that, players were being interviewed about him, and of course they're not going to say their names, but they're all anonymous. There were about 20 players or something, and most of the people were just like, it wasn't a surprise for Johnny Manziel to come in late. And if he came up early, that's when they were surprised. They're like, you're here, you're on time. And so it's just not looking good in Cleveland. Cleveland will probably spend their first round draft pick on a quarterback. For that, I don't know. But, I mean, that's just the problem in Cleveland. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, guys. I want to talk about the end of Deflate Gate and how it kind of relates to Josh Gordon, suspension or banishment, should I say, and the problems in Cleveland. So comment, rate, subscribe, all that good stuff. So talk to you guys later.